Alright, Section 1, Unit 2, Careers in Machining. This chapter discusses today's specialized machining jobs. Prior to the early 20th century, people who worked with machine tools were called mechanics, and later machinists. Machinists make a living and are skilled at working with machine tools. Modern machining careers require both physical and mental skills, but are safer than in the past. Skilled machinists are in demand, and machinists must be able to read prints or engineered drawings. An example of some engineering drawings or prints showing the shape of specifications of components to be produced by machining operations. So here's an example of a blueprint. There's a lot going on here, and this is the NIMS part, but so this is actually turned between centers. As you can tell, it's got a center drill here and center drill here, but all of this will be done in one operation. Operator. Positions are available in both conventional and CNC machining environments, but are more common in CNC facilities. They are often filled by entry-level employees who are beginning careers in machining, and they require little prior knowledge of machining. So that's going to be your least paid. So we're starting at the top with least paid and going to one of your highest paid down here. But either way, setup technicians prepare or set up machine tools so that operators can run them. These positions are more common in CNC environments than in conventional machining facilities, simply because when you're a manual machinist, you're going to set up and run your own parts the way that you think is best, whereas a CNC, everything's set up for you. You got conventional machinists or manual machinists are highly skilled workers who usually have experience running almost every type of conventional machine tool. So there's your manual machinists. They make a little bit more than your setup technicians or operators because they're a little bit harder to come by nowadays. Then you got your CNC machinists, are very similar to conventional machinists, except they are normally skilled in the setup and operation of CNC machine tools. Then you got programmers, sometimes called CNC or NC programmers, are the people who write programs consisting of machine code for CNC machine tools. So these are actually the ones that program the parts, whereas the CNC machinists, they just run them, they don't program them. Then you got die makers or mold makers or tool makers. They are highly skilled specialists in machining field. They are nearly always expert machinists, either in the use of conventional machine tools or both conventional and CNC machine tools. This setup technician is setting up and the cutting tools on a CNC lathe. This machinist is cutting an internal thread in a custom part on a conventional lathe. CNC programmers often use CAM software to create complex programs for CNC machine operations. This software is simulating the program for machining of a mold. CNC machining of this prototype mold is typical of the type of work performed by mold makers. Mechanical designers use CAD software to draw models or engineering drawings that are used as reference for machining operations. Engineering positions. You got mechanical engineers, understand the theory of many topics including selection and property of materials. Then you got manufacturing engineers, establish manufacturing processes and continually study and improve these processes. Machine tool service technicians travel in the field and perform repairs as needed, so they work on the machines. Quality control technician / inspector. Whenever and wherever machining operations are being performed, there is always a need for inspection of parts to be sure that they meet specifications. So you always want to make sure that the part is good before you send it to the customer, before it fails. Industrial salesperson. Sales jobs exist in a few different areas: machine tool manufacturers, cutting tool or machine accessory manufacturers, and industrial suppliers can employ salespeople.